a world brimming with fleeting ambitions, there lived a man named Alex, whose dreams were etched not in stars, but in steel and circuits. His workshop was a sanctuary of thought, a chaotic symphony of blueprints and half-finished gadgets. We see him now, hunched over a cluttered workbench, a pencil dancing across paper, sketching a device so audacious it bordered on the impossible. His eyes, burning with a fire that outshone the harsh workshop lights, reflected a vision only he could see. With a deep breath, he picked up a welding torch, the spark of its flame mirroring the passion in his soul. This was it, the first step on a journey that would demand everything he had. The first attempt began not with a bang, but with a quiet, determined hum. The path to creation is paved with the debris of failed attempts, and Alex's journey was no exception. Days bled into weeks, and weeks into seasons, each marked by the relentless rhythm of trial and error. A montage of failures unfolds. A prototype whirs violently before bursting into a shower of sparks. Another, more complex assembly groans and collapses under its own weight. Countless computer simulations end in the cold, digital finality of a crash report. The workshop, once a space of boundless potential, slowly transformed into a graveyard of broken dreams. Outside his window, snow melts into spring rain, which gives way to the sweltering sun of summer. Yet Alex remains, a solitary figure locked in a battle against the laws of physics and his own mounting frustration. Every inventor has a breaking point, a moment when the weight of failure becomes unbearable. For Alex, it came after the 100th attempt. The latest prototype, his most promising yet, sputtered, smoked, and fell silent. The silence was deafening, a final, mocking testament to his efforts. He slumped to the floor, the metallic tang of failure thick in the air. Surrounded by the wreckage of his ambition, he caught his reflection in a shard of broken metal. The face staring back was not that of a visionary, but a hollowed-out shell, his features etched with a despair so profound it seemed to have aged him by decades. The fire in his eyes had dwindled to a flicker, and for the first time, he truly considered giving up. In that moment of absolute desolation, his hand brushed against a dusty, forgotten portfolio tucked under a pile of schematics. He pulled it out, and a single sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. It was a drawing from his childhood, a whimsical crayon sketch of a flying machine, complete with crudely drawn wings and a smiling stick figure soaring through puffy clouds. A wave of nostalgia washed over him, reminding him of the pure, unadulterated joy that had first sparked his love for invention. This simple drawing was a message from his younger self, a reminder not of what he had failed to build, but of why he had started dreaming in the first place. The flicker of hope reignited, roaring back into a blaze of resolve. He would try one more time. With renewed purpose, Alex set to work on his 101st attempt. This time, there was no frantic energy, only a calm, focused precision. His movements were deliberate, each action informed by the harsh lessons of 100 failures. He was no longer just building a machine. He was weaving a tapestry of resilience, incorporating every mistake into a stronger, more elegant design. He salvaged parts from the graveyard of his previous attempts, transforming symbols of defeat into components of his final masterpiece. This wasn't just another try. It was the culmination of his entire journey, a synthesis of every small explosion, every collapsed frame, and every crashed simulation. It was the physical manifestation of his unwavering spirit. The moment of truth arrived. The final device, sleek and humming with contained power, stood ready. Alex strapped it on, his heart pounding a steady rhythm against his ribs. He closed his eyes, took a breath, and activated it. A soft whir escalated into a powerful, stable hum, and then, miraculously, he felt his feet lift from the ground. He opened his eyes to see his workshop floor falling away beneath him. He rose higher and higher, breaking through the workshop roof and into the boundless sky. The final shot is of Alex, soaring high above the clouds, a silhouette against the golden sun. The look on his face is one of pure, unadulterated joy. He had not only conquered gravity, but he had also conquered his own doubt. He was at last unstoppable. For in the end, it is not our falls that define us, but our unyielding courage to rise, again and again, until we learn to fly.